Welcome to today's episode, where we'll take you on a journey through the heart of Europe to a land where nature and innovation remain side by side, Switzerland. But what makes Switzerland so unique, you ask? Is it the delicious chocolate, the precision of Swiss watches, or perhaps the breathtaking alpine landscapes? In this video, we'll unravel the mysteries and marvels of this captivating country, covering its geography, climate, economy, politics, and culture. So, buckle up, and let's begin our Swiss adventure. Now, picture a country nestled amidst some of the most famous mountain ranges in the world, with lush valleys, serene lakes, and bustling cities. That's Switzerland for you. Located in the heart of Europe, Switzerland spans an area of 41,290 square kilometers, making it a relatively small nation. But don't let its size fool you, as its geography has played a significant role in shaping Swiss history and identity. Can you imagine a country with a mountain covering more than half of its territory? Well, that's Switzerland. The majestic Alps, which stretch across the southern part of the country, cover about 60% of its landmass. The highest peak, the Duferspitze, stands tall at 4,634 meters. Isn't it amazing how a small country can have such towering peaks? But it's not all about the mountains. You know, the Swiss plateau, lying between the Alps and the Jura Mountains, is home to the majority of Switzerland's population, as well as its major cities like Zurich, Bern, and Geneva. And let's not forget the Jura Mountains themselves, which form a natural border with France. And what about water? Switzerland has no shortage of that either. With over 1,500 lakes, it's no wonder the country is often referred to as the land of water. Of course, we can only talk about Swiss lakes by mentioning the two largest ones, Lake Geneva and Lake Constance, which Switzerland shares with its neighbors, France and Germany. With such a diverse landscape, you might be wondering, what's the climate like in Switzerland? Well, the Swiss climate is as diverse as its geography. While there's no one-size-fits-all answer, we can break it down into three main climatic regions. First, we have the alpine climate, where the weather is primarily influenced by the elevation. The higher you go, the colder and wetter it gets. In fact, the Swiss Alps are home to some of Europe's largest glaciers. Have you ever wondered where all that delicious Swiss chocolate comes from? It's thanks to the pristine alpine waters fed by these glaciers. Next, we have the plateau region, which experiences a more moderate, temperate climate. Here, summers are warm and winters are cold, but not as extreme as in the Alps. Finally, the Jura Mountains have an environment similar to that of the plateau, but tend to be colder and wetter due to their higher altitude. So, what does this mean for you, the potential traveler or Swiss enthusiast? Well, it means that Switzerland offers a wide range of weather experiences, from skiing in the Alps to lounging by the lakeside in the summer. There's something for everyone, all year round. Let's talk about Switzerland's economy. How does a country that's only slightly larger than New Jersey manage to be one of the wealthiest nations in the world? Could it be the country's secret ingredient in their chocolate? Or perhaps it's their affinity for yodeling that keeps the cash flowing? Well, we'll find out soon enough. When it comes to the Swiss economy, one word comes to mind: innovation. Switzerland consistently ranks among the top countries in the Global Innovation Index, and that's no accident. From groundbreaking scientific research to cutting-edge technology, the Swiss have a knack for staying ahead of the curve. But how exactly do they do it? Well, one reason is their strong focus on education. Switzerland invests heavily in its education system, particularly in higher education and vocational training. This emphasis on education helps to create a skilled workforce that can drive innovation and productivity. And did you know that Switzerland has one of the highest ratios of Nobel laureates per capita? Now that's what I call smart. Another factor contributing to Switzerland's economic success is its commitment to free trade. Switzerland has a long history of embracing globalization and maintaining open trade policies, which has allowed the nation to develop strong trading relationships with other countries. Can you imagine how different things might be if Switzerland decided to keep all its delicious chocolate to itself? And speaking of chocolate, let's not forget about Switzerland's world-renowned products and brands. From Nestle to Swatch, Swiss companies are known for their high-quality goods, which are highly sought after around the globe. After all, who can resist the allure of a Swiss watch or a piece of scrumptious Toblerone? Lastly, we must mention the Swiss financial sector. With its stable political environment and a tradition of banking secrecy, Switzerland has long been a hub for banking and finance. Though the days of absolute secrecy are over, the Swiss financial sector sector continues to thrive and contribute significantly to the nation's economy. So, what makes Switzerland's political system so unique? For starters, did you know that Switzerland is the closest thing to a direct democracy you'll find in the modern world? That's right, Swiss citizens get to have a say on a whole lot more than we do in many other countries. But before we dive into that, let's get to know the basics. Switzerland has a federal system with 3 levels of government: federal, cantonal, and municipal. It's a consensus-based model, meaning that the Swiss prefer collaboration and compromise over competition and conflict. Now, isn't that refreshing? The Swiss Federal Assembly, their national legislature, has 2 chambers, the National Council and the Council of States. The thing is, instead of having a single head of state like a president or prime minister, Switzerland has a 7-member federal council that serves as the collective head of government. Can you imagine how different things would be if we had not one, but 7 leaders sharing power? Now, let's talk about that direct democracy I mentioned earlier. In Switzerland, citizens can directly influence political decisions through referendums and initiatives. Are you wondering how that works? Well, buckle up, because we're about to find out. If the Swiss want to challenge a law passed by Parliament, they can launch a referendum. All they need is 50,000 signatures within 100 days of the law's passage. How cool is that? Talk about people's power. And if that's not enough, Swiss citizens can also propose new laws through popular initiatives. They just need to gather 100,000 signatures within 18 months. Now, I know what you're thinking. How often does this happen? Well, you'll be surprised to learn that Switzerland holds multiple nationwide votes each year, giving its citizens the opportunity to have their voices heard on a variety of issues. Can we all agree that's a level of political engagement most of us can only dream of? Let's switch gears for a moment and delve into Switzerland's cultural landscape. Did you know that Switzerland is a multilingual nation? That's right, the Swiss speak not 1, not 2, but 4 official languages: German, French, Italian, and Romansh. I mean, how impressive is that? So, how do the Swiss manage to maintain harmony in such a linguistically diverse country? Well, it's all about the Swiss commitment to cultural diversity and respect. They've adopted a principle known as territoriality, which means that each canton chooses its own official language based on the majority spoken in the region. This approach allows for the preservation of each language and culture, resulting in a beautiful mosaic that makes Switzerland truly one of a kind. But language isn't the only thing that sets Switzerland's culture apart. The Swiss have a strong appreciation for the arts, history, and tradition. Let's explore some of these unique aspects that make Swiss culture so captivating. Swiss culture has a long and storied history of artistic expression. From the masterful strokes of painters like Paul Klee and Ferdinand Hodler to the literary brilliance of authors such as Johanna Spyri and Max Frisch, Switzerland's contributions to the arts are nothing short of phenomenal. The Swiss are also renowned for their excellence in architecture, with world-famous architects like Le Corbusier and Mario Botta leaving their mark on the global stage. Don't even get me started on the mind-blowing beauty of Swiss watches, a symbol of precision and craftsmanship that's become synonymous with the country itself. But the Swiss aren't just about preserving their own heritage, they're also committed to fostering and celebrating the arts from around the world. Switzerland is home to numerous museums, galleries, and festivals that showcase the creative prowess of both local and international artists. Another fascinating aspect of Swiss culture is the array of time-honored traditions that have been passed down through generations. From the rhythmic cowbell melodies of the Alphorn to the thrilling athleticism of Schwingen, Swiss folk culture is alive and well. And who can forget the annual Fastnacht celebrations, a colorful carnival that fills the streets of cities like Basel with vibrant costumes and lively music. There are also charming Christmas markets that transform Swiss towns into winter wonderlands each year. It's clear that the Swiss know how to preserve their customs while also embracing modernity. We can't talk about Swiss culture without mentioning their mouth-watering cuisine. I mean, who doesn't love Swiss chocolate, cheese, and fondue? The Swiss are masters of culinary art, and their gastronomy is a reflection of their diverse cultural influences. But there's more to Swiss food than just cheese and chocolate. Swiss cuisine features a medley of flavors and dishes that represent the different regions and their unique tastes. From the hearty rosti of the German-speaking regions to the delicate risotto of Ticino, Swiss cuisine offers a veritable feast for the senses. So, there you have it. We've explored Switzerland's fascinating political landscape, delved into its linguistic diversity, and uncovered its rich cultural tapestry. The Swiss have created a unique blend of tradition and innovation, a model of democracy that puts the power in the hands of the people, and a culture that celebrates both its own heritage and the arts from around the world. As we say goodbye to the beautiful Swiss landscapes, we're reminded of the power of unity and diversity, and the importance of preserving our own unique cultures. What do you think makes Switzerland so special? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting journeys into the world's cultures and political systems. Until next time.